Well, let's go back to the European space where the stocks moved up higher earlier today on reports that US-China trade talks. There's been some progress. Daniel Koop is standing by to give us some updates on events there. Well, Daniel, it's just a few days to Prime Minister May's Plan B on Brexit. What more can we get from this?
Yes, hi there, Imana. Very nice to talk to you. Yeah, investors here at the Frankfurt Stock Exchange and I guess at around Europe at all the exchanges, they are waiting now for her Plan B. Well, she has been ruling out at the beginning that there could be a second referendum possibly happening. But when you were listening closely today and also yesterday to MPs in the UK, it seems that many of them, even from the opposition, are thinking that a second referendum could be a solution. So we're hearing that during the weekend, Theresa May will be in the countryside, not at Downing Street number 10 in London. So she will have some time to reflect and really to know what is going to happen. So we'll be learning about that on Monday. Everything, and that's what investors are telling us here. Everybody, of course, is hoping that there will be at least a controlled Brexit happening. Of course, the favorite idea of investors would be that at the end there won't be Brexit happening, but there is the fear of investors that the UK could leave the bloc without an agreement, and it's very certainly that this would be very painful, not just for the European Union, but of course also for the United Kingdom.
With our eyes on Brexit, let's move over to automaker Audi. There seems to be more problem for Audi with the Dieselgate scandal. A federal grand jury in Detroit has indicted 4 of the engineering managers in Germany in a widening diesel emissions scandal. What more can you tell us?
Yeah, exactly. It seems that this dirty Dieselgate scandal is not coming to an end. And yes, you're right. We're learning that this federal grand jury in Detroit has indicted 4 Audi engineering managers. We know their names also. Richard B., Axel E., Stefan K., and Carsten N. They are all named in a 12-count indictment alleging conspiracy, wire fraud, and also violations of the Clean Air Act. Well, what does this mean? Prosecutors seem to be very convinced that all of them manipulated on purpose for years the emission tests of Audi diesel engine. And it seems that the attention in this Dieselgate scandal is shifting over with more focus now to the Audi brand. At the beginning, mostly Volkswagen was in the headlines to be cheating about this issue. But just last year, the Audi CEO, Stadler, he went here in Germany to prison. He stayed there for a couple of months and was later fired by the company. When we take a look at the share price today, as you know, Audi belongs to the Volkswagen group. We don't really see that the share price here was really a lot affected. It really seems that investors here in Europe, that they're already used to scandal after scandal when it comes to these emission tests. We are also learning that these people that I was talking about are still to be believed here in Germany, so they don't have most likely to fear that they will be transferred to the United States, because German law usually doesn't perform that. But they better don't travel to the United States, and if they would do so, they would most likely end in prison as well.
Well, thank God it's Friday. Well, at least we can say thank God it's Friday. But just before the weekend kicks in, Daniel, what's the agenda for next week?
Yeah, thank God it's Friday. What a busy week with all this Brexit discussion. As I mentioned, Brexit is going to keep us busy also next week, when on Monday, Theresa May will be telling us what her Plan B now is. Also, a very interesting next week, Davos, the economical forum there in Switzerland, is going to take place. By the way, Theresa May cancelled her trip now to Davos. Of course, she is too busy now with Brexit. Brexit and finally delivering a plan that Parliament would also approve. She will be already the second person that cancelled. Also, US President Donald Trump is not going to attend because of the latest government shutdown in the United States. Also, that topic is certainly going to keep us busy. What's going to happen with the government shutdown there in the United States? We'll be also getting some interesting numbers from the corporate front. UBS from Switzerland will be opening their books along with EasyJet. So it's going to be a very busy week here at the Frankfurt Stock Exchange. And with that, back to you in Lagos.
Very many thanks, Daniel, for us there in Frankfurt. And do have a great weekend. Well, moving over now to Sudan, where inflation rate has risen to 72.94% as at December from 68.93% recorded in the preceding month, November. The Sudan News Agency reports that the country has seen widespread anti-government protests triggered by price increases and limits on cash withdrawals since December the 19th. An economist in Zimbabwe have described the recently released December inflation data by Zimstats as hugely understated. Zimbabwe's inflation had hit a 10-year high of 42.09% year-on-year in December from 31.01% recorded in November. On a monthly basis, prices increased 9.01% during the same period compared to November's 9.20%. The Statistics Office attributes the increase to a rise in the prices of basic goods exacerbated by a foreign currency crunch. Well, we'll take a moment now on the program, and when we come back, we'll cross over to the Nigerian equities market for an outlook of the market's trading activities. Stay with us.